Good morning. Welcome to Breakfast with Roger Johnson and Luxmy Gopal.
Hello, good morning. Our headlines today. The United Nations says a severe lack of medical supplies is hampering relief efforts in Myanmar. More than 1,600 people are known to have died as a result of Friday's earthquake. The UK has pledged £10 million in humanitarian aid.
In neighbouring Thailand, this is the scene live in the capital, Bangkok, where authorities say at least 17 people have died, with more than 80 missing.
The chair of the charity which Prince Harry quit this week has accused him of harassment and bullying. A source dismisses the claim as a publicity stunt.
As complaints about car finance head to the highest court in the land, we'll explain why billions of pounds are at stake.
And in sport, Nottingham Forest roll back the years. Their incredible season continues. They booked their place in the FA Cup semi-finals for the first time since the early 90s.
Raising a cup to the Second World War veterans with tea parties to commemorate VE Day.
The sailors, soldiers, airmen, airwomen and civilians gave their lives for the freedom that we have today.
And a drier and brighter day for many today, even if it's a little bit windy to begin with. Plus, the week ahead, could it be dry and sunny throughout? I'll have your full forecast here on Breakfast.
The time is now 8:29. Clocks have gone forward, of course. Hope you've got round to changing all your clocks, although a lot of them are done automatically now, aren't they?
Your phone's most phones, smartphones automatically.
It's just that
update,
oven clock, which no one ever
There's
changes.
a whole load. My car didn't.
Oh, yeah.
My watch didn't. So there's a whole
Well, if you
load
leave
of
it long
things.
enough, it'll be the right time again in a
Good
few
idea.
months.
Yeah.
There you go. There's a time saver.
It's a great idea. The one thing we do know, though, there is something at 9 o'clock today.
Yes.
Which is in just about half an hour.
Exactly. LauraK will be here right on time on BBC One at 9 o'clock this morning and can tell us what's coming up on the programme.
The Archbishop of Canterbury is one of the most important and influential jobs in the country. But the last one, Justin Welby, had to quit over allegations about his handling of abuse in the church when an official report said there'd been a cover-up and that he himself should have done much more. In his first and only interview since he quit his post in November, he tells us what he did wrong and how does he explain his own lack of action. It's a compelling watch. Don't miss it on BBC One at 9 o'clock. The Archbishop of Canterbury, who had to quit his post, making history for the wrong reason. See you then.
It's 9 o'clock. Laura here on BBC One.
But now at just past 8:30, let's return to our top story this morning.
Where Myanmar continues to navigate complex humanitarian challenges, ongoing displacement, and the effects of the previous disasters. I would also like to highlight the point that you mentioned about the monsoon coming in. So it's a mix of monsoon and having extremely hot weather. So with the monsoon season approaching in just a few weeks, the risks facing affected communities are becoming more pronounced. It is imperative, again, that the global community remains engaged and responsive.
Afrol, thank you. Afrol Rances, who is from the International Federation of the Red Cross, and also James Roadhaver there. James, thank you to you as well for joining us from Bangkok, from the UN Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights. Thank you, both of you, for talking to us this morning.
Well, let's take you to some images from Bangkok now. That's the live scene from a site in Bangkok where the rescue operation is underway. As we mentioned, the epicentre of the earthquake was in Myanmar, but 800 miles away in Bangkok, there was still that effect where an unfinished skyscraper was knocked down as a result of the quake, and the rescue effort is underway. We know that 17 people have so far been confirmed dead in Bangkok, with more than 80 still missing, many of them construction workers who were part of that building work there. And as I said, rescue efforts are continuing. And just a little while ago, workers were seen carrying objects from the scene, and a forensic team had entered the building site. There's still a lot that we don't know about the latest details from there. But as I said, scores of people still missing under the rubble. And as you can see from those live pictures there, huge amounts of rescue workers still carrying out their operation in Bangkok.
Justin Welby, the first Archbishop of Canterbury to quit in shame. Today, his first and only interview since he stepped down, when the church was accused of covering up hideous abuse, and he fell short.
Just for the avoidance of doubt, I am utterly sorry.
Do you believe what he said today, that there was simply too much going on, that he wasn't able to make it a priority? Or do you think he's still scrabbling around for explanations for something that many people struggle to understand?
Oh, I think he's scrabbling around for explanations. I think there was an awful lot in that interview which just has me shouting at the screen saying, no, that's just not right. The church still is overwhelmed with abuse cases. It is no better at dealing with them. There are people coming forward week in, week out who don't trust the church, who go to other advocates who will work on their behalf.
Justin Welby said, for the avoidance of doubt, that he really is sorry. Do you accept his apology? Do you believe he means it?
Laura, I've said before that if in 2017 he had contacted us, said, I will come and apologise to you personally, I am sorry, I messed up, I would have forgiven him immediately. But he never has in those terms.
Well, the Church of England told us they're deeply sorry for the abuse John Smyth's survivors suffered, and they'll be heard and responded to carefully and compassionately. Key to all of our guests today, of course. I'll be with Paddy O'Connell a bit later for Sunday's newscast on BBC Sounds. And our full conversation with Justin Welby is there on Sounds already and on the iPlayer too. And it will be shown a longer version on BBC Two at 11:35 tonight. Whatever you think of what happened, Justin Welby was part of our national life for more than a decade, and it is compelling to hear what he had to say. And do keep sharing your thoughts with us. And please remember, if you or anyone you know have been affected by any of the issues raised, there is lots of help out there. That's on the BBC website. And I, of course, will look forward to seeing you next week, same time, same place. And don't forget, the clocks have changed, but it's also Mother's Day. So have a good one, and goodbye for now.